Beto O'Rourke is all fired up against the come and take it crowd. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says Miami only has a few years left. And the New York Times is under fire again for another offensive tweet. All that and more. I'm Bobby Eberle. This is a 13-minute news hour.
And God bless the United States of America.
All right, friends, welcome to the show. I hope you had a great weekend. We've got a lot to cover, and it continues from last week. Beto seems to be, Robert Francis O'Rourke is milking his left-wing policies for all he can get. If you recall, in the presidential debate Thursday night, O'Rourke just went off on the Second Amendment and law-abiding, gun-carrying citizens. And now it's a full-blown campaign to take away that right, to take away our Second Amendment rights. And if you recall, on Thursday at that debate, Beto was asked, basically, are you planning to take firearms from law-abiding citizens? And here's what he said.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
So following that statement, if you recall, I said, good luck with that, right? Well, others were even more fired up, more direct. State Representative Briscoe Cain here in Texas tweeted out this. He said, my AR is ready for you, Robert Francis. So what did Beto do? He cried like a baby and put out this tweet. Check this out. This is a death threat, Representative. Clearly you shouldn't own an AR, and neither should anyone else. All right, so first of all, give me a break here, all right? If someone says, if you come onto my property and try to take my property, there's going to be problems. That's a threat? I mean, I don't even get it. And yet, guess what? That's what Twitter thought, because they said that they deleted his tweet, Briscoe Cain's tweet, and said it was a violation of their policies. It's just absolutely outrageous. So that was round one. But I guess he thought there was some steam in this and some energy in this. So he's continued on with this assault against the Second Amendment.
Actress Felicity Huffman released from a California prison just a short time ago. That happened this morning after serving her sentence for her role in the college admissions scandal. Jackie Heinrich joining us now live with the details on that. Jackie.
Good morning, Sandra. Felicity Huffman served 11 out of 14 days. It amounts to a little over 78% of her sentence, one of the lightest among everyone who's been to jail for this. The Bureau of Prisons making clear the decision to let her get out early is happening because of their policy on releasing inmates prior to a weekend or legal holiday. That policy reads, any new law federal prisoner whose release date falls on a weekend or legal holiday may be released on the last preceding weekday. Huffman will have to perform 250 hours of community service and pay a fine of $30,000. She admitted to paying $15 grand to have her daughter's college board test corrected. Huffman's one of more than 50 people charged in the investigation, dubbed Operation Varsity Blues. Others are accused of paying off coaches to get their kids into esteemed colleges, some of them as much as $500,000 in bribes. Of the folks sentenced, Huffman's is so far among the lightest, but she was quick to admit her guilt and offer her remorse. In a statement back in April, she wrote, I'm in full acceptance of my guilt, and with deep regret and shame over what I've done, I accept full responsibility for my actions and will accept the consequences that stem from those actions. I'm ashamed of the pain I've caused my daughter, my family, my friends, my colleagues, and the educational community. I want to apologize to them, and especially want to apologize to students who work hard every day to get into college. Huffman has said her daughter did not know about her actions. Sandra.
Jackie Heinrich, thank you.
He believed President Trump withheld aid to Ukraine in order to force the Ukrainian president to investigate the Biden crime family. They write here that Bill Taylor, who worked in the U.S. Embassy on Tuesday with a 15-page opening statement that left Democrat lawmakers gasping. Now, they report here that newly released travel documents reveal that Adam Schiff's staffer took a Burisma Group-funded trip to Ukraine 12 days after the whistleblower filed a complaint against Trump and met with U.S. Ambassador Bill Taylor. Think about that for a second. Adam Schiff going on a Burisma.
So the stock market is doing very well. The economy is booming. We have a new record in sight. Could happen even today, but we have a new stock market record. I think it'll be about 118 times that we've broken the record. Jobs look phenomenal. We're doing very well in Syria with Turkey and everybody else that we're dealing with. We have secured the oil. We have a lot of oil. We've secured the oil. We have a couple of people that came knocking. We said, don't knock. And I would say that things are going very well. I know people are still in a basement, in a secure room in the basement, trying to make us look as bad as possible, but that's not working too well. A lot of things are happening very good, and I appreciate.
We have to get into some breaking news. Felicity Huffman is out of prison this morning after serving 11 of her 14-day sentence for her role in the college admissions scandal. No word on who picked her up or where she went after leaving the facility in Northern California. Felicity was set to be released on Sunday, which would have been the 13th day of her sentence, but we're told she was released on a Friday because that is a normal policy for inmates who are scheduled to be released on weekends.
I honestly think her lawyer was very, very smart because you get a window in which you can go in. And so I think her lawyer kind of worked it out, right? If you go in on this date, then it means that your out date would be a weekend. So actually it means you're going to get out 2 days earlier.
But honestly, what does that even matter? 2 more days of meditation and yoga, getting your hair done.
The craft room.
The
is what I
crafting,
was
the
a bit,
reading,
yeah.
the knitting. I mean, what's
But
2
still.
extra days? But good for her.
You know
She's
what?
out.
I'm interested to know how she's feeling. You know, I wonder if she really felt separated from her family or she really kind of. I mean, I know it's like you're not at home, you're not in your bed, but you know, sometimes 2 weeks away can be a nice break.
When I did 2 weeks at summer camp back in middle school, I was really missing my parents. And I'm
Darling.
sure she was really missing her comfortable home. But you know what? I think she also did have an eye-opening experience where she's like, this really sucks. Like, not only does it suck being away from home and being in prison, it also sucks that the whole entire public knows what I did and where I'm at. So I'm sure this really changed her as a human being.
I think what's going to be interesting now, though, is that now that she's out, the fight really is on as far as if she's going to give a big exclusive interview and who's going to get that interview and whether it's appropriate to do it now, considering, I mean, Jane Buckingham, I think, was sentenced 2 days ago, but there are still, I think, 30 parents. It's only 10 or 11 that have been sentenced so far, but there are still others that are awaiting sentence. This week as well, it was announced that there were more charges that were being brought against them because the prosecutors are upset that the judge has been so lenient. But, you know, it will be interesting now that she's out, what she does. Is she going to go straight into doing a role, or is she going to give an interview, or is she just going to take some time to heal with her family?
So I have to ask you guys, because I had this debate with Justin and Morgan, and now that I have you guys here, I do not think she's going to do an interview. I think she's going to lay low for a while. She will get back into acting in, I don't know, 6 months or something along those lines.